This right here is a 2005 Ford F650 XUV built by Supertrucks in Augusta, Georgia. This is equipped with a Caterpillar C7 motor. It has 330 horses and 850 foot-pounds of torque, along with a 6-speed Allison 3060 transmission. It has 4 rows of seats and is also 4-wheel drive. This XUV would cost around $300,000 when it was brand new. These are made by using a F650 chassis, a crew cab body, and then it's extended by using the rear half of a Ford Excursion. This example right here is riding on 4 super single flotation tires. The entire truck is riding on air, which means that the suspension is all air, front and rear. It has an air cab system, and the seats are on air as well. The truck is also equipped with air brakes and an air parking brake and some extremely loud air horns. The interior on this truck is absolutely loaded from top to bottom with every option imaginable. This truck is equipped with heated and cooled seats for the first 2 rows. It has refrigerators, it has a PlayStation, it has incredible audio with enormous subwoofers. The list just goes on and on. Because this truck is so big, it's also equipped with amp running steps. In case you were wondering how to get into the 3rd door because there's no door handle, it's actually hidden right underneath here. Because the truck is so long, it has a separate amp step for this 3rd door. This truck has an absolutely beautiful pearl and metallic custom paint job. Let's take a look inside. This truck, even though it's a 2005, only has 18,000 original miles. This truck has more buttons and switches than any other vehicle that I've ever been in. Let's take a look. Here are your main ones. This is your transmission, and as you see, it has reverse, neutral, and drive, but there is no park. On trucks this size, they have an air park brake. So you pull this to set your park, and you would push it in to release it. The 4-wheel drive on this truck was custom put on by Supertrucks. Here are the controls right here. You can choose on one side whether the front axle is engaged or not, and on the other side you can choose whether it's in high or low. This panel right here primarily controls the heating and cooling of the truck. You have window controls for the 3rd row of windows and the vents in the very rear, and you have heated and cooled seat controls. Along here, you have the rear air controls for the back half of the cab and the front air controls for the front half, like you normally would. There's all sorts of additional buttons below the steering wheel and to the side of the steering wheel that control a whole bunch of extra lights and audio options. This is a custom fridge that got put into the truck to keep your beverages cool. This entire truck has been coated in suede from top to bottom. The steering wheel, the door panels, and the entire roofline. There are multiple drop-down TVs in this truck and more audio and visual equipment than you can imagine. Here are the subwoofers and the amp. This is about as crazy of an SUV that's ever been produced.